Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another video. In this video guys, we're gonna talk about Kid Cudi taking the stand. I'm under the weather, but I'm still giving you guys as much as I can whenever my feelings permit me to. So please bear with me if I haven't been perfect on these videos. Now, as I've said, Kid Cudi, he has taken the stand today. He arrived to court, seems to be a bit somewhat nervous. He was smoking a cigarette before, ensure that he calms his little nerves, wearing a leather jacket and jeans pants. And when I look at the court transcript and when I look at the video that Inner City Press has released, you can definitely tell that Kid Cudi's personality has always been consistent right through the years. Just a calm, honest, decent guy. Kid Cudi went in there and he was relaxed, he was composed, he gave his direct answers. He did not give them a hard time, and they certainly did not give Kid Cudi a hard time. They respected Kid Cudi, and there really wasn't anything much to hassle Kid Cudi about. His the questions to him, they were plain, simple, straightforward, and he did not beat around the bush to answer them with clarity. This also shows you how truly intelligent Kid Cudi is, not just on a awareness sense, but also internal emotional intelligence. And it's really good because this also shows you why Cassie would go for a Kid Cudi after being with someone like a Sean Diddy Combs. You can definitely tell that Kid Cudi was somewhat healing to her. I know people are gonna say, but how healing can she be when she gave Diddy Kid Cudi's address? But she did admit to Kid Cudi, but that she did give Diddy his address. Now, before we play the clip for you guys, just to catch you all up to speed, remember that Kid Cudi and Cassie, they started dating in 2011 after Diddy and Cassie were on a break. While they were together, Diddy found out and Diddy told Cassie that, I'm going to take both you and Kid Cudi off the planet, and I can do it whenever I'm out the country so as to not have anything be traced back to me. Diddy also told Cassie that he's going to ensure that Kid Cudi car is blown up in front of Kid Cudi. They went into Kid Cudi's apartment. You know, that's whoever Diddy sent, allegedly. Kid Cudi had some stuff in there, even gifts from Chanel. He's a celebrity. He's also an artist, you know. He's an artist because when you look at being an actor, being a singer, artist, right? So he had some PR packages that were tampered with. His dog was locked in the cage. They did something to the dog, like they hit the dog or something, but the dog was even, attacked in the process. I don't know if the dog was fighting them and they basically put up a resistance, but, thank God they did not, delete that dog. They put a dog in the cage. So Kid Cudi was describing the scene. Kid Cudi's car was then blown up with a Molotov cocktail bomb. The LA Fire Department did confirm that Kid Cudi's car was blown up as an act of arson. Now, I want to share this clip with you guys from Inner City Press. They're basically giving us a delivery of just a quick synopsis into Kid Cudi's moment on the stand and how they believe, Kid Cudi handled himself, how the prosecutor and the defense, treated Kid Cudi, and it's all good overall. And I think that this is truly, even though calm, even though so subtle, it's a really good turning point in this trial. So let's take a look at a clip together, and then we're going to come back and talk about some of the transcripts, like the questions and answers that was asked to Kid Cudi and how Kid Cudi handled answering those questions. So let's go to Inner City Press, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here, midday on Thursday, May 22nd, in the U.S. versus Sean Combs trial. We've just heard the testimony, the full testimony, including cross-examination of Scott Mescudi, otherwise known as Kid Cudi. Basically, they had him testifying that his Porsche was burned up, he believes, by Sean Combs. There was a photo of a hole in the roof, damage in the car. Also, prior to that, a separate incident, when his house was broken into. The door wasn't locked, but his dog was put in the bathroom, and before the jury came in, there was some discussion about the bad things happening to the dog after that incident. Then that was ruled inadmissible, just the fact that the dog had been locked up. He also had a dog babysitter. Anyway, he was pretty compelling. He said that he wanted to give Cassie space. Brian Steele, the lawyer brought in by Combs, fresh from the Young Thug trial down in Atlanta, I think maybe he was brought in for his kind of prominence, I guess, now in rap cases, because maybe, I don't know if Alex Spiro could have done the same thing if he'd been brought in for this. My read on it was that Kid Cudi was kind of deferential and like, okay, Mr. Steele, can I tell you something? The judge said no, wait for redirect, which was by AUSA Emily Johnson. All in all, I don't know. The testimony is what it is. We live tweeted it. You can read it all. There's a lot of, we're doing absolutely the best we can, and we'll be putting out now, maybe even later today, week two of USA versus Sean Combs, Diddy on trial. But this was I would say it was a high point of the trial, not just because of the sort of celebrity buzz in our culture, but he was a good witness. He spoke well. There really wasn't that much disagreement. I think Brian Steele was also kind of deferential. I think maybe he thought that the jurors liked Kid Cudi, so it was a different approach. It wasn't a blowtorch. He just basically wanted to get him to admit that there were never criminal charges brought about the burning of the car. He said, sort of without foundation, that there was female DNA found in the car. There seemed to be a big admission, though. Scott Mescudi said that 2 years after all this, Sean Combs essentially apologized to him about it. And Steele didn't really have much to say about that. I guess you could say he could have been apologizing about anything. Prior to that, George Kaplan finished his testimony saying that he thought Sean Combs was a great entrepreneur, but he could not abide violence, which he said he heard glass breaking in a jet, and he saw Sean Combs throwing, I guess, hard green apples. It wasn't clear to me if they're actually organic apples, meaning like edible, or some kind of glass thing, but that at Gina, and that Gina then ran to the gate and wasn't allowed out. That was the implication. Gina, it turns out, will not be testifying in the trial. So things are moving along at quite a clip. More witnesses this afternoon, and then Diddy on Trial Book 2. You can be looking for it on Google Play and elsewhere. And we'll be around. To be continued.
Okay, guys, there you have it from Inner City Press, basically telling us that the day went smooth for Kid Cudi, and there was just no hiccups or any bumps, anything at all. He went in, he spoke with clarity. There was nothing to, for them to reconfirm or anything. And the cross-examination was also done in the same moment. So simple, clear cut. They haven't been able to truly establish a case against Diddy since then, but they're looking to also charge Sean Diddy Combs with arson. And it's why Kid Cudi was in that courtroom today. I promised that I was going to go through the transcript with you guys on this video, but I want to keep it short and as sweet and as cute as possible. So I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back with the details of the transcript, the discussion, what question was asked, and what answers were given. So stay tuned for that video. Now, guys, it's your time to chime in. Let me know what's your take. Remember to thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, share this video, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.